My name is George Coverdale Jr. I am the nephew of the late, great Cab Calloway. This being Black History Month, I think it was a great opportunity to let others know who Cab Calloway is.
Let me dig this job once more, boy. Right on down to get it. Oh, boy.
His career started in the early 1900s. Off and on, he did many musicals, plays, movies, stage shows, as well as live performances. I was there for him for many years, starting at age 16, off and on whenever he needed me. I was to dress him, rehearse the band, lay the music out for the band, do everything that a valet is supposed to do, and be off stage when he comes off stage during his break and freshen them up to make sure they look presentable when he got back on stage again. He was synonymous for introducing white tails that he wore very frequently, was always dressed miraculously to the T. His energy made him stand out twofold. He was very strict and made sure that you always carried yourself as a gentleman. Thanked everybody, smiled all the time, smiled. I mean, really smiled. No fake smile, but meant it as you did it. He just enjoyed being a man himself. He always had a nice car. He was always so proud of what he could get, not showing it off, but just being there and having the ability to say, I'm Cab Calloway. We went through the times when blacks weren't able to come in the front doors. We always had to go into the back entrances. That did not affect him. He just went on in and did what he had to do, performed his show, said, George, do me two things. Go get my check and go get a phone. By that I meant I had to go get the check from the manager, get a phone. The first thing he did after every program, every show, was to call his wife, Nuffy, to tell her he had a good show and he loved her and he couldn't wait to get home.
Heidi, 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 ho. Heidi, 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 ho. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Eddie, 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 Eddie. Whoa. Heidi, 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 ho. Heidi, 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 ho.
Some of his productions included Porgy and Bess, Hello Dolly, Blues Brothers. I was with him when we filmed Blues Brothers. It was just an experience and a pleasure. I think one of the greatest things that he enjoyed most was when he played Sporting Life in Porgy and Bess with Pearl Bailey. That went all around the country. That was one of his highlights of his careers. I met kings, queens, hierarchy, everybody that you can imagine because they were so synonymous. I met Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Billy Eckstine, Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra. It was just phenomenal for me, but it was just looked like an average occurrence for him. And I learned how to be a gentleman from there. And that's why I felt it a good thing when I wrote this book. Everything that we went through is in this book. If I could relay what Cab Calloway did for me to anybody that is listening or looking, it would be that this man was a man of many personalities, but first and foremost, he was genuine, he was real, and taught me what I know not today. And that's why I never discounted what my father taught me. But this was another father for me, and between the two, they made me who I am, and I'm grateful for that.